From the mountain tops to the prairies wide, we carved our dreams where the wild winds ride. With pick and shovel we staked our claim. Through fire and rain we bore no shame. The red dirt stained our boots and skin, but it built the place we all live in. Oh, red dirt nation, rise and stand. From the treasures deep in the soil's hand, a family of brothers hand in hand. This is our home. This is our land. The river sang as we toiled away. Their whispers kept the fears at bay. Fields of gold from the seeds we sowed, a testament to the lives we hold. Though the wind may howl, the earth may quake, but roots run deep with every stake. The blood, the sweat, the laughter too. This red dirt binds me and you. Oh, red dirt nation, rise and stand. From the treasures deep in the soil's hand, a family of brothers hand in hand. This is our home. This is our land.
Hey everybody,
Hello.
I am Carl Madley, and this next to me is Reg. How do you say it? Labbe?
It's Labbe.
Okay.
Labbe.
Reg Labbe. I get it. Every time I want to say it right, I get it wrong. And
Damn
then
Canuck.
Stacy, the short bus riding, window licking 406 minor. I get that part right.
Yeah.
But, we got another wonderful show for you guys tonight. Nick is kind of popping in and out of chat. He is doing the last little bit as of packing as he's getting ready to move to New Mexico.
Oh yeah.
And, Travis is off tonight, so we've got.
I was over there.
She's been
I was
up
over
here
there
before.
this week with
Yeah.
Nick, and he's got like boxes and boxes and boxes.
I could only imagine. I couldn't even dream of moving right now. I'd rather die.
I stole his couches.
But all right, so tonight we've got Kayla Johanson in the house. She has been here with us before, and you may know her from Gold Rush Whitewater. She's originally from North Carolina. She's got over 14 years of mining under her belt, and in North Carolina, Arizona, and now currently in Alaska. So without any further ado, let's welcome Kayla to the stage and say hello. There she is.
Hey there.
Hey.
She is.
So I will say today, or this year actually marks 20 years since I started prospecting.
Nice.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so
And
it doesn't seem like it's been that long.
26.
No, I just turned 37.
You got me beat.
Just turned 37. Oh, geez.
Yeah.
Hey, that's only 3 years younger than me.
I started prospecting when I was 17.
Awesome. I wish I had.
Yeah.
Likewise.
And yeah, John R just asked in chat if I'm home already. Yes, John, we're actually we're supposed to get here tomorrow. So everybody, I just got back from Arizona. I haven't even changed my clothes. I came in and got set up for this. So
Anyway, Carl,
looking
can
at-
you put chat up on screen?
Oh, I
Please?
surely can. One of us can. Gotcha.
Or one of you
Right
guys?
over your
Thank
face.
you.
Perfect. We got Brian from American Gold Prospectors in the house.
Hey, Brian.
Michelle, the bucket
Hey,
lady, is
Brian.
here. I
Wooden
am looking
Chrome.
for any questions in chat that I could find other than hey and hello and welcome. So
If
I've
any
got lots of
questions come up, I'll highlight them there, Carl.
Okay.
Actually, I have the best question, the number one topic that everybody wants to hear about, everyone wants to know about, and by everyone I mean me. Tell me about your new dog.
Oh, my new dog. Here, I'll show her to you. Come here, baby. Oh.
Steven Stark, how's it going, man? Oh, got a puppy.
Yeah, she's an English cream golden retriever. So she's going to be
Don't
more
let
like
my
the
goddaughter see it.
white color instead of the typical golden retriever color. She's kind of sleepy right now. She just
She
turned
looks
3 months old yesterday.
Aw.
Her name is Daenerys.
Daenerys.
Yeah. If you're a Game of Thrones fan,
No, I'm not.
she's
So, okay.
the girl with the white hair with the dragons. In the show, her name is Daenerys Targaryen. So this is Daenerys Doggarian.
Dogarian. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I understand it better. I was
She's really
trying to read it on Facebook, and I just couldn't sound it out in my head. And I'm not a Game of Thrones fan, so I never would have got it.
Oh.
But
Well, I'm sure people that are watching will know what I'm talking about.
I'm sure that's a huge deal. My little dog is her name's Danny. She's half.
That's what I call her.
Yeah, I saw that. But yeah, mine's half black lab and basset hound, and we named her after Lieutenant Dan because she's got no legs. Not nearly as cool as the Game of Thrones reference.
But you ain't got no legs.
Yeah, Steven Stark says he knew what you were talking about.
She's really tired, obviously.
Oh yeah, somebody is sleepy.
She went for her first big walk today, so she's worn out.
Looks like it.
Yeah. But yeah, I just got her a week ago. So she's going to be my new mining buddy.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is there a lot of things to worry about taking the dogs when you go mining in Alaska?
Well, I bring my other dog too, and she's like a really good guard dog, but she's getting older, which is why I got a second dog, because I wanted one to raise up before she wasn't with me anymore.
Yep.
Because I just like having a dog to go with me at all times.
So you kind of using them as a pre-warning for anything that would come in.
Well, they're like a good alert. I don't necessarily need the dog to be like an attack dog or a weapon, but they're a good alert or alarm, you know. So I know if someone's coming, I know if there's a bear around.
Yeah.
So just something like that, because like, you know, I'm armed at all times, so I don't need the dog to be the weapon because I got weapons.
But your gun doesn't see behind you.
Exactly, or hear anything. So
yeah. So it's mostly just the wildlife. Like we just got back from Arizona and we left the dog at home because of the cactuses and scorpions and snakes.
Oh
and
yeah.
Stuff. And I did, however, see people letting their dogs wander around. So I just wasn't sure. We weren't risking it.
Yeah. With her size right now, it would be a risk because there's like coyotes and wolves and things like that. So that's definitely something I think about right now. Like when I'm walking her right now, she's definitely on a leash because we have a lot of coyotes and there's been wolves roaming around here where I live. So, and I actually just saw a coyote less than an hour ago when I was driving home. So they're definitely out and about. So that's something that I'm always really cautious of, especially just because she's really small right now.
Yeah.
Tire highs are like $35 right now. You should have just
We we had some run out in front of us 2 nights ago, and I wanted to stop and start blasting, but didn't have the coyote sniping rifle with me.
I just leave them be. I mean, if they're not messing with me or messing with my animals, I just leave them be. But obviously, if they started being a nuisance, that would be a different story.
Yeah.
so
But
what
I don't really like worry about taking my dogs with me too much. You know, there's my boyfriend's usually with me, and one of us is usually underwater, and one's up top, so someone's always around with the
right.
dog. The dog's
Somebody's
not sitting
watching.
there alone. You know.
So here's the big question. What are your plans for this year?
The same thing I do every day, Pinky. Try to take over the world. No. My plans this year basically the same as every year. As soon as the ice and weather's doable, we're gonna get in the water here, hopefully within the next month. Gold prices are pretty insane, so it's gonna be an interesting season, but it should be good. I have a lot of ground to work, so I have options, which is always a good thing because out here it's really unpredictable. Like last year, for example, I had several areas that I couldn't work because of huge avalanches that came and didn't melt off until almost September. So, like those areas that, I couldn't work, but that's why I have so much ground available for options. So that way, if like the water conditions are bad in one area or we have an avalanche in one area or, something bad happens that where we can't work that area, there's always somewhere else to go. So I'm never completely like out of work.
Okay.
So I have a lot of options. I'm not 100% sure like what option I'm going to be working yet. It just depends on the conditions once I get there and check everything out. But usually I mine from early spring. I think last year we started early March. There's still a lot of ice and snow. But we usually start anytime between March and mid-April and then go until it freezes us out, which can be anywhere from late October to
August.
really December. It just varies every year. So, but we work full time within that time frame. So that's what I'll be doing is just dredging.
So dredge.
Yeah.
Do you do any just dredging, or do you do any like inland or digging, or is it all just
Right
dredging?
now, just dredging. I do have some options open for later if I wanted to transition to doing some small scale, like small excavator and trommel or whatever. But
Yep.
I really enjoy what I do. So like I don't have the drive or the want to really switch over yet. I figure I'll just save that for when my body can't physically do the moving the boulders underwater by hand.
I hear you there for sure.
But
yeah.
just being underwater and like being able to see the geology and like the bedrock and how everything's formed and seeing the layers of the clay, seeing how the gold's sitting, like to me, there's a lot more excitement to that than sitting on an excavator. Like either option would be fun and, still have like a benefit and reward, but I feel like the whole process is more exciting to me throughout the whole day versus like just looking forward to the end of the day to see what I got. For me, I know other people think otherwise, but that's just how it works for me.
What was your biggest nugget last year?
I didn't find any like really, really big ones last year. A lot of good like jewelry size ones.
Nice.
Yeah.
Speaking of jewelry, how is things going with your jewelry business?
Well, it's going really good. I've had to take a break the last few weeks because I was working on the house and then I got this little thing here. And the last week I've gotten absolutely nothing done.
Well, it's hard to when you got such an adorable puppy around.
Yeah,
Puppies
well,
and
we're working on
drywall.
training, potty training and stuff. So that, and I had to get my other dog used to her because my other dog is stuck in her ways, and she's used to being an only dog.
A little aloof.
So my other dog's she's getting up there though. She'll be 15 in July.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine's turning the corner on 13, and yeah, we discussed getting another dog to do just like you're doing, the overlap, and we did the overlap when we got this one, and I just don't want to think about not having this dog anymore. She's been our best friend forever.
I know. It makes me sad when I think about it. I'm like, oh, my dog's getting so old.
Yeah.
And I was torn. I was like, do I give her all of my attention and then wait to get a puppy? Or do I get one now and hope they become friends and maybe she'll enjoy having a friend to go on walks with and stuff? And so I thought about it for quite a while. And then I finally decided, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and get one. Maybe it'll be good for her. But in the back of my mind, I was kind of worried, like, is she like not going to accept her?
Right.
Is she going to be jealous? Is she going to feel like I like pushed her aside and left her out, So I've been really careful about like making sure I include both dogs and everything. And when I take one to go out potty, they both go. When I give one a treat, they both get a treat,
Right.
So, but they're
I think,
friends now. They run around the house playing.
Well, that's good.
I'd like to think like Flower Gold Wizard's dogs, the older dogs just training the replacement.
Yeah.
Just teaching them the ropes and, telling them how to take care of you.
Yeah. I think she definitely helped today going for the walk because we did a pretty good walk. We did like 1.3 miles, which for a little puppy is a long walk.
Oh, absolutely.
The first half of the walk was total chaos because she doesn't have leash manners yet. So she thought the leash was tug of war. She thought the leash was tug of war. She thought every stick, had to be attacked.
Oh yeah.
She was jumping in the air, and then finally, like, she saw Roxy, like, kind of just walking, and she's like, oh, I'll walk with Roxy. So it kind of makes the leash training a little easier because she sees the old dog already walking.
Right.
So that part's kind of cool.
I just hate when a dog tugs on it.
Well, pack mentality, right?
Yeah.
Lead by example.
Yeah. So that's what I was kind of hoping would happen. I'm glad like halfway through she kind of like started getting it a little bit. I mean, we need a lot of work, but
well, she's a puppy,
Yeah, and it's the first time we went on like a real walk together.
Hey Mary, how's it going?
So what is the wildest thing you found underwater besides gold, like a fossil or weird junk?
I wasn't necessarily gold prospecting, but I was in a river and I found a gun.
Oh.
Under her bridge. Someone threw off the bridge. So found a single shot shotgun under the bridge.
Huh. No magnet fishing, just diving, or?
No, I was just walking in the river. I was looking for like Indian artifacts and stuff. This was when I was in North Carolina and I was close to a bridge and I saw something. At first I thought it was like a golf club or something because I only saw one little piece of metal and I'm like, oh, it's a weird golf club or something. I picked it up and it was a whole gun. And I was like, oh, it's probably a crime evidence, murder weapon or something.
Jeez.
I mean, it was right under a bridge, so someone obviously threw it off.
Oh.
Yeah, definitely a disposal of some sort.
That's suspicious.
So that was kind of weird. I don't know if I found anything like besides that, like really weird. I have found a lot of Indian artifacts when I lived in North Carolina. We did find a fishing lure that was shaped like how can I put this?
A phallic symbol?
Phallic, yes.
Yep. Okay.
Frankenbeans.
A Frankenbeans. Okay.
I kept it.
I have a gold nugget that kind of looks like that.
I do too.
Yeah, she. You got one not long ago. I saw you post it.
Hey,
yours is bigger, but mine is more anatomically correct.
Your,
Are you
yours
gonna
is
make
bigger. Okay.
Are you gonna make a pendant out of that one, or
Well, mine's not actually a nugget. It's like a
Ah.
flake, kind of
flake.
like a little picker. I'm just keeping it as a novelty item.
This one here is just a little half-gram picker as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
My
mine's
question is how would you wire wrap that Franken beans?
Not
I'm
around the
not
tip.
sure. I don't know if I'd make a little wire man and put it where it goes.
That would be really funny. Oh, little man.
That had to be right when I took my drink of coffee too.
Yeah, I'm not sure what I mean, it's really small, so.
Oh,
It was cold. The water was cold.
yeah. Well, that's what you can call it for your jewelry piece. It's really cold.
Yeah.
Have you gotten any more new dredges or different dredges, or has there been
I
any
did get a
updates?
brand new dredge last summer. I got a brand new Proline 6-inch.
6-inch.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. You're going.
Well, that's what I always run.
Okay.
Unless
Oh.
I'm doing a little sampling. I have 2 4-inch dredges, but that's just for like small jobs if I'm just going in somewhere to test it real fast. But anytime I'm really working, I usually run a 6-inch.
Wow.
And do you have a idea of how many yards an hour that thing is moving, or cubic feet, or
A lot.
a
A
lot?
lot.
Just a bit.
She agrees. Yeah, because I have 2 9-horse motors on it with the
Wow.
HP 500 pumps too. So it's a twin setup.
And is that just the suction hole, or does that have the jet that comes down where you can clear away as well on your
What do you
nozzle? So some of them.
Oh, does it have the
nozzles
flap?
Well,
Is that what you're asking? I don't have that. No.
Some of the nozzles have a pressure where you can turn a valve and you can spray and clear.
Oh, I have a separate hose I can hook up off the pump for that, but I don't have it like connected.
Gotcha.
Oh.
Nozzle.
So you got a flap just to dump water, just to clear all the rocks out for.
No, I just have a regular swivel nozzle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever gotten caught in the hose?
I mean, I've had my hands sucked up in it, but I can pull it out.
Yeah.
I've had a glove sucked off when.
I've almost had a glove sucked off. I usually have to make a fist really, really hard to hold on, and I've had my glove like turned inside out, and I'm barely holding on to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But luckily, I haven't lost a glove that way. Hey, stop biting.
I worked as an underwater welder, and we did a bunch of dredging on the Green River. So it was an inlet on a power plant, and we did a bunch to refurbish an intake on a power plant. And we did a bunch of dredging, and it was just like, oh, there went a glove.
Yeah. Well, I wear like the mitt style. It's like you have a thumb, index finger, and then the rest are all in one. It's like the mitt style, and they're really thick. They're like style. 7 millimeter. Yeah. Hey, stop it. So I wear that, and it's pretty snug up against my suit. So it takes a lot of force to pull that off because they're not loose.
Oh, well, we always put like a wool glove underneath and then pulled it over the top. So it, the wool kind of helped.
So these gloves, they come up like almost not
Oh, yeah.
quite halfway up your arm, but almost to here, and they're really snug, and then they have the Velcro that really tightens them down on your arm. And then when you have, you know, the sleeves from your layers under the dry suit and then the dry suit under the glove, it makes it really snug on your arm.
Oh, we were running all wetsuits.
Yeah.
And,
Brian
you know-
says it's an experience when you get your arm sucked up a 10-inch dredge.
No,
I haven't experienced that, but I have had my arm sucked up a 6-inch stretch. I had my foot sucked up it.
and then you yell it in the comms saying, "Hey, shut it down, shut it down, shut it down."
No, I just pull it out myself. I don't run any communication system on my
Oh,
dredge.
you don't?
No.
'Cause
I run, so like on TV it's a lot different than how I actually run things like in real life. You know, they want audio because they need audio to make a TV show and all that. In other incidents, like the people that are diving off a boat, you know, in Nome, it's a little bit different where like the comm system is definitely more of a necessity there versus what I'm doing. I don't really need it. And me and my boyfriend, we have hand signals, like we know how to signal
Oh,
each
okay.
other. Yeah. So I try to run a very streamlined operation. The less stuff I need on site, the less things that can break, the less things that can go wrong, the less holdups I have. So I get actually more work time in when I do that.
Okay.
That's why one of the main reasons, like I don't do hot water. I just do a dry suit because it's one less thing that can break, one less thing I can have problems with. Also, there's a lot more versatility when I use a dry suit versus having to use hot water because I can be in the water working with a snorkel without the dredge running and moving rocks. Whereas if I'm relying on hot water, that dredge always has to be on.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
So I can be in the water, like say there's one person dredging, I can be in the water not hooked up to air and just moving surface rocks with a snorkel. All right, you're getting down.
Yeah.
It's getting a little feisty.
Enough.
So I can
John
like
R. was
say
suggesting an ice suit.
I'm underwater, you know, on air doing the actual dredging and moving rocks and stuff. My partner can be moving rocks with just a snorkel, not hooked up to the dredge at all. He can actually move ahead of me and move rocks that are out of reach of the dredge because we're not relying on being hooked up to a hot water system that's run on the dredge.
Okay.
And vice versa. And then also too, like if we wanted to go sample a spot without a dredge and just go sniping, we can use that same suit just to go sniping.
Oh, okay.
So it just opens up a lot more options for work styles, I think.
Because I was always, underwater welder, I was dropping a super light 17, air
Yeah.
communications,
Well, you probably had to talk to people about what you were doing and stuff, and
Yeah.
they need to give you instructions of what needed to be done.
oh yeah, I went
We
over
pretty
to
much
some-
like we've both been doing this for a long time, so we know what needs to be done. Like we do it every day, and there's not a lot that we have to talk about. If there's something really important, we'll come up, lift our mask up, and tell the other person, But it's just one less thing that we got to worry about, and less equipment we have to drag out there because some of those places are kind of remote. You got to hike all your gear in.
right.
You don't have to drag in like batteries or a generator or two to then run a comm system, and then you have issues with the signal, and I try to just keep it as streamlined as possible to have less hiccups and more dredge time.
And you're probably doing what 5 to 6 feet of the creek.
What do you
Yeah.
mean? Like
that was
depth or?
my question.
Yeah, the depth for your dredge. So
It
you
can be anywhere from 1 to 2 feet if it's really shallow bedrock, up to 12 feet.
Okay, and then you can bop up and do your hand signals and
Yeah. I mean, if it's going to be a really deep hole, we have the back to where it's kind of sloped where we can get out. It's not going to be like a straight wall.
okay.
Yeah.
What advice
And
would
then
you
like
give
if the person up top needs to tell the person that's in the water something, we just give a couple little tugs on the airline and they know, hey, they need something.
Okay, so
So
you're
we have our
doing the
signals, we work pretty good together. We know pretty much like what the other person needs. Like
What is
we
some
have
yeah,
advice you would
our
give
system
to
down.
what is some advice you would give to someone, especially women or beginners, that are interested in getting into gold prospecting or small scale mining today?
Um, I mean, perseverance is definitely number one. A lot of people think, oh, I go out once, I didn't get anything. You know, I can't do this. You got to keep sampling. You got to keep testing. You know, it's not a one and done, get rich quick type of
yeah,
thing, which I think a lot of people have that misconception about. Like, oh, it's so easy. You know, it takes a lot of perseverance. You have to really love it. But don't be afraid to go out to those places. You know, don't just only go to the places that are the easiest to get to, that's right at the side of the road. Because chances are, if there was gold there, like a lot of times it's already been worked over. Not saying you can't find anything, but you gotta be willing to like venture out and go explore a little bit and go sample and do your research, things like that. You'll have to excuse me for half a second. Someone is
Okay.
whining at the door to go potty.
no, I mean, no
I'll be
problem.
right back.
We can
Y'all
talk with
good.
the people in chat real quick. Hey, Mary. Yes, I just got home
Hey,
5 o'clock,
hey,
3 hours ago. AAA, how you doing, buddy? Steven Stark, how you doing tonight?
Stark.
John R. I'm trying to see who else is in there. Brian, I think I mentioned you before, but hey, Brian, how's it going? My Alaska trip was amazing. Other than the first couple of days, we really got our butts kicked by the weather. We woke up in our tent the one night to a half inch of snow and ice froze to everything. And then we left that area because the next day they had 5 inches of snow. So that wasn't the
Jeez.
original plan. We ended up changing our mind last minute. I'm not going to the LDMA camp, and we don't regret that decision, but we would have had warmer weather, although it wasn't that great. I know Rocky Mountain Brad, he was in Stanton. We ended up missing him. We were going to miss him either way because by Saturday we were far on the other side of the state. But I did get, I didn't get a lot of gold, John, but everywhere that I dug, I found better gold than I've ever found anywhere else. So
Cool.
it was great. I had one spot on the we went with Lucas to a Roadrunner claim. I got to see the dry washers run, which is a whole different world. Um, and then I ended up wandering around and just kind of doing some prospecting. And I brought back a bucket of dirt and panned it down and had one of the best pans I've ever had from a not even a I don't think it was a half a bucket of dirt. So it was pretty fun. So Kayla, what part of Arizona were you in when you were there?
um, you mean a couple years ago when I did that trip?
Yeah. Oh well, yeah. Which wherever you were at playing.
Well, I did a loop. I was in Nevada, Southern California, and Arizona.
Okay.
Um, so I was out in the Mojave Desert
All right.
digging for amethyst crystals,
Oh,
and then actually I have some here. So like these.
okay. Yeah. We were hoping to find amethyst. We did not. We found it for sale everywhere.
Yeah, so I dug that out in the Mojave Desert, just kind of close to the California Nevada border.
Okay.
And then I went out towards like um past Barstow, Yermo area. And then I went around to Bullhead City because I have family there. I have family in Nevada, California, and Arizona. That's why I make that loop. But then I just make it like a rock hounding trip too.
No.
Went to Bullhead City and I went and dug outside of Oatman, Arizona.
We we
And
spent 3 days in Oatman in a tent, and we hiked up above the fishbowl there,
yeah,
and we found a bunch of fire agate. not a lot of the good chocolatey stuff, but maybe once I get some cut up. Um,
Yeah.
the donkeys were definitely cool, and I mean,
Oh
just
yeah, they are.
you're
Oh,
wandering
the
around in the middle of nowhere, and all of a sudden a donkey screams at you, and a lot of them were pretty close. We didn't. They blend in so well. You'd be amazed at how well a donkey can camouflage.
Yeah.
so the donkeys were the wild donkeys were out there.
Yeah.
Lots of them see too, and then
Yeah, you can
Cool.
hear them too in the distance.
oh yeah, we had them
Yeah.
walk right through camp. I heard them tripping over rocks outside of our tent at night, and it was
Yeah, I
pretty
went and
neat.
dug fire agates and chalcedony out there, and then I found a spot. I was digging like some quartz crystals and a little bit of calcite, and then I went out to quartzite for a day. Did the gem show, and there was the golden treasure show there that
Yeah,
weekend. So I stopped in there and hung out for a bit.
I have to go to the
that
bathroom.
Gem and Treasure show was a weekend before we got there, so we would have drove down. I wanted to go see Mike Pung because he was there, and we missed him by hours, literally. So
Oh dang.
yeah,
Yeah, so
um,
I did that. The last time I went down, so that was not this past winter, but the one before, so 2 years ago. This past winter, I didn't really go on any big trips. I did go to Southern California, but just for like 4 days. It was kind of like a family memorial thing. My grandmother had passed away, so it was like a family thing that we did. And then I went to Keene Engineering and visited Pat for a while, and
cool. Do
I
you
didn't really go on any rock hounding or gold prospecting trips that time.
do you ever do any metal detecting?
I've done a little here and there. Not as much as I would like, but I have done some. I have a couple pieces that I found in the metal detector.
We did a lot of metal detecting. We found no gold. Um,
Um,
we had one signal that we were all excited over, and here it was like a full like a 9 millimeter bullet, the bullet part, the projectile part of it, and it was almost completely intact. It was fairly deep too, so when it was sounding off, we were excited, and then we got it all, finally got it in our hand, like, oh man.
I know, and sometimes they give off kind of the same signal, so it tricks you.
Yeah, it was. As we got closer to it, the numbers were changing, but at first the numbers were close enough. We were like, oh, that's in the right family for sure.
Yeah, I hate when that happens. Yeah, I haven't done any metal detecting in the past couple years, really. I mean, I've taken it out for maybe an hour here and there, but just kind of piddling around.
And I know some people say it's just not for them, and for us, it was nice just to be able to walk. And we weren't always just metal detecting. There was times when we were, but the metal detectors were with us, you know.
Yeah. It's hard for me to metal detect in the summer here because like I spend so much time underwater. It's like I like doing that, and it's just I get more done
Yeah.
doing that. So
Well, the
it's
the
hard
metal
for me to
detector.
step away from dredging to metal detect, but like metal detecting is a great thing that I would love to do more of in the winter, like if I go out to the desert and stuff.
Oh,
My
I can't
sorry,
really
had
do
to
it
run
here
to
in
the
the winter
bathroom.
because everything's frozen and covered in snow and ice, so it's can't really do
my
that
wife
here.
bought the Notka Legend one, and it is waterproof, the whole thing up to 16 feet. So you could actually take it when
I've
you
heard of
dive.
those. I've never tried them out. Does she like it?
Well, we like it a lot, and we like it even more if we would have found some gold with it. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
and we went with the Notka because I'm in Wisconsin, so there isn't a lot of gold here that a metal detector is going to find. But we do have lots of beaches and parks, so
Maybe find some
we
coins
wanted
and jewels.
yeah, we wanted something that was a little bit more versatile rather than just getting like the Garrett the well, I can't say the name of it right now, like the Axiom or any of the Garrett ones.
Oh
So
yeah.
um,
Right now I just have a Gold Bug Pro.
oh, my buddy James had one of those. He bought it right before the trip, and Nice detector. He found a lot of stuff with it. My
Yeah.
daughter. Oh, closing my door.
I found a couple pieces of gold with it, but I also like haven't taken it out as much as I would like to admit.
Yeah.
That's one thing I do want to get more into eventually, like in the wintertime, just when I take trips and stuff, is just take it out and do more of that. My problem is I just get so many things that I want to do, and I'm only one
Yeah.
person. It's only so much time, and it feels like, I'm so busy
And
my
you're working
hands from
good.
spring to fall. So there's like 3/4 of the year, that's gone from that, which is not a complaint because I love what I do. But that leaves 1/4 of the year to like think of all these other things that I want to do, and I just never can squeeze them in. Plus, it's
Well,
like
yeah.
sometimes it's just hard to travel, especially since like I have pets and
Yep.
it can
Well,
be a
yeah,
little
and
difficult.
you're dredging, so it's like,
Yeah, my problem is I just have so many other things I like doing. Like I love rock hounding and digging for crystals and looking for Indian artifacts and looking for old bottles and all that, which I can't do any of that here in the winter. So it's like if I want to do any of that, I have to like plan a trip somewhere to go do it.
so what's your best artifact you found up in Alaska?
I haven't really found any here. I used to find a ton in North Carolina, and I
Oh,
found some in Arizona.
so nothing up
I
up
haven't. I
there.
have a friend that has found some stuff a long time ago, but I've not found any here.
You haven't. Okay.
No. In North
And
Carolina, though, like I had some good like spear points. I actually have a couple hundred points
oh
that
wow.
Really?
yeah, I have a pretty good collection.
Any of these?
Megalodon? No, I haven't actually gone to look for Megalodon.
That's not even a
I
real
would
one. I
like
bought it on
to.
Amazon.
It's just one of those things I
That's
haven't got to yet. But I was digging these.
Oh wow.
oh,
What
that's
state are
some
those
nice
from?
quartz.
Yeah,
Is that North Carolina?
yeah.
Okay. Wow.
So like that was one of my obsessions when I lived out there. These are actually all pieces that I discovered on my own, like not like a pay to dig place, but like these were like old veins or old abandoned mines
Modern.
on my own.
Modern Michigan Prospector is wondering if you've ever tried the diamond mine in Arkansas. Are you still here?
Oops. Yeah, I just knocked my phone over.
Yeah.
I have been there once a long time ago. Um, I want to say 17 years ago.
Oh wow.
I
Yeah.
was driving across country and from North Carolina to Nevada, and I was just making these cool little stops all along the way. And that was one of my stops that I made. But unfortunately, like it's good to go there after a rain, but not like immediately after a rain. Like you want it to rain and then kind of dry up a little bit. I went there like immediately after rain, and all of that stuff is like volcanic clay.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh,
so right
so
after
it's
it
like
rained, it's like super sticky.
sloppy as.
And I was walking around and like you'll gain 6 inches of height
Oh
because
yeah,
it's just
Yeah.
sticking
been
to
there,
your
done that
shoes.
one.
We had
And
that
so
problem.
it was kind of difficult because everything was still really wet and gross, and I didn't find any. I was only there for one day or half a day actually. But they had a really cool museum out there, um, where they had excavated some Native American like burial sites, and
Yeah.
you could actually look down. They weren't like taken out or anything, but they were covered, and you can look down in them. Which I'm not too sure of like how good that is, but
Our
they're
our other host, Nick, Prospecting 406 in chat says he's moving to the desert, Albuquerque area. And he says, my wife and him would be happy to host you and your partner if you ever get to New Mexico. So,
Oh, there's actually some really cool stuff outside of Albuquerque that I did on that trip. There's some trails you can hike, and there's like petroglyphs on the rocks.
oh,
And it's
Oh
literally
wow!
just right on the edge of town.
I would love to see
Oh, you
something
have
like
to
that.
get a hold of Nick and
Well, Nick's going to have to go check that out and show us all that too.
Yeah,
I
I
plan on
can't
going out there
remember the
again to
name of
visit
the
Nick.
road. I can't remember the name of the road it's off of, but it's like I was driving I-40 and I came through, and then I got to the other side of Albuquerque, and it's like this, like the outskirts of Albuquerque where there's just a few houses, and then on one side it's like hills and stuff as you're going like past Albuquerque on I-40. And it's like one of the last exits before you completely get away from Albuquerque. And I remember walking around, and there was just like petroglyphs all over the rocks there. I have a bunch of pictures of it actually.
oh, cool. You'll
They're on
have
my
to
Facebook. I would just have to find them.
hook up with Nick.
Yeah.
Nick
Yeah, that was
just
really
said
cool.
his brother-in-law is taking him there when he moves. So
Oh,
he
nice.
must
He
be
probably knows
aware.
where I'm talking about. I can't remember the name of it 'cause it's been so
Foreshadow.
long, but I think I
I wish
did
I
that
would have
drive when I
known
was
a week
20.
ago because we just drove through there on I-40 to get to Arizona. We came home through Denver, but we went there. Um, the one thing I said when we left Wisconsin is I want to get to the hottest spot we can get as fast as we can get there. We'll come home through Denver. And so, yeah, we got to see Albuquerque during the day. It was pretty nice. I think Nick's going to like it when he lives there compared to
Yeah.
Montana.
Yeah, I seen his new house and that kind of stuff. He has some video and that kind of stuff. And
Yeah, I think someday I would like to have a house, and like I like my house here in Alaska, but someday it might be nice to also have a house in the desert somewhere where I can escape the snow.
yeah.
I
Well,
will
the
say of
only
all the
thing I didn't see was grass. It was just kind of like dirt.
Yeah. Which if you're a rock hound is great because you can see all the rocks.
he's
Well,
not.
There's
yeah.
no like vegetation to hide the geology and hide all the minerals. So that's one thing I love about the desert. I don't necessarily love the summer temperatures, but late fall and winter, it's fun to get out there and you can see everything. It's definitely different than like here everything's covered by vegetation. It's really thick and dense.
One of our last nights by Oatman, I was walking around with a black light. I was looking for scorpions again, and I came across an area like the size of the room that I'm in that had. I'm assuming there's still just fire agate, but the calcite was really glowing because the fire agate
Oh,
calcite glows a little bit, but this was 20 times more intense than any other stuff that I'd found. And it
Oh,
was
is it
only
glowing green?
it was glowing bright, bright green, yeah. And
oh,
I
you
brought it
beat
all
some
back
out.
to camp, and I was showing everyone how cool it was, and then I threw it in with the stuff that we'd found earlier, and shined the light in, and it's 20 times brighter than the stuff that we'd found earlier in the day. So maybe it's not even the same. I don't know that I've even seen it in the daylight yet. I know I haven't. I threw it all in the bag, but
Yeah.
that's going to be in
But
my
some of
unpacking
some of that
schedule.
calcite, some of it's fluorescent and some of it's not.
Hmm.
It just depends on what other mineral content's in there. It's just like I've mined a few different areas for different types of calcite. Chalcedony, some of that will be fluorescent, like you're talking about, but calcite also, not all of it is fluorescent, but some of it is. And depending on what's in it, like if it has manganese in it, they call it
Yeah.
manganone calcite, it'll fluoresce like hot pink or red. And
Oh,
then
wow.
some of the other calcite, like I would find down in Florida, they have these clam shells that are fossilized and the insides have been replaced by dogtooth calcite crystals. And
Okay.
those will fluoresce like that yellow green color.
Well, that's interesting. Yeah,
Yeah.
we were really surprised how many different things lit up with the light when we were walking through the desert.
Yeah.
And the scorpions, we weren't sure how well that was going to work, but yeah, there's no doubt about it. When you see a scorpion, you know it from a
Yeah.
long ways away.
What
But
color are they?
they turn bright blue, like
Oh,
even zoomed all the way out, you could see them from a long, and you could see the scorpion nests too. Like I don't know if it was stuff that they shed or stuff that they poop, but you could see little spots that lit up, and then when you
I
put the
wonder
white
if
light
it's like
there,
their skin or something, if they shed
yeah. I don't
and you
do
were
they
kind
shed
of
scared.
like
like
a spider does.
yeah. But and those were like I said, those are just itty bitty little specks. But the first one I seen, I grabbed a rock. I think I was trying to set a rock on top of my tote so it didn't blow away. And when I picked the rock up, I was using this as the light. I was using this as a flashlight at the time. And I spun around. I was like, hey, everybody, come here. I found
No.
one. That was the first one. It was raining too, raining and cold. So, which I think we were lucky. We didn't have as many animals moving around that we didn't want to
Yeah,
deal
I have
with.
these.
Oh yeah, that looks like a little nice. My buddy Zach's got the Uper Light one, and that one you can actually feel the heat off from it when you
Oh,
shine
yeah.
it at your
Yeah.
face.
Mine's
And
just a
it,
cheap one that I got, but it works.
yeah, I gave him a bunch of crap about it because we paid like $30 for these, and he paid 100 for his, and I was like, why don't you just get the ones I got? And then he showed it to me. I was like, oh, never mind. I see why you got that one.
Yeah.
It's worth every penny.
Eventually I'd like to get one that I can mount on a shelf so that I can make a display of like
Yeah.
just fluorescent minerals.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
It'd be cool
Once
if
I
you
get
could.
my house like really set up, I want to get like display shelves and stuff with all my crystals and rocks and stuff.
Do you have any Uper lights?
I actually don't have any.
Yeah, these are. I don't know if I'll get it to pop. Maybe. Oh yeah, you can see it a little bit, but it's
Oh
orange.
yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
They're pretty neat. I haven't ever found any in the wild yet, but my buddy goes to Lake Superior and brings them back to me. So, um,
Oh yeah, you do some cool rings with
I
that
do
stuff.
make cool rings, but nothing at all like what Kayla makes. I'm definitely
Wow.
not worthy.
I've been kind of slacking on the jewelry the past few weeks. I haven't made a whole lot, but I don't really feel the pressure to make anything right now because like I go in spurts where I make a ton. And then like I'm like, my Etsy store's pretty stocked up. I don't feel like pressure to have to make it. And it makes it more fun for me because then I only am feeling like I need to make something when I have something I really want to make instead of feeling like I need to make it to keep inventory going, you know?
Yep, I hear you for
So
sure.
I go
What
through kind of spurts where I'll make a lot and then I take a break and then I just make what I feel like making. And
What's your favorite thing to wire wrap?
it really varies. I make a lot of like Tree of Life pendants with the gold nuggets in the tree trunk. But I make so many of those because people really like them. So I make a ton of them, but I always try to make them different. I use different stones, you know, each piece of gold I use looks different because I'm using all natural gold. I don't polish it or anything like that. I just clean it and then use it. So it's all raw gold. So it keeps it fun because even though it's the same kind of design, they're all different. I like making those. But I also like to challenge myself and like try different designs. Like I recently did a Thor's hammer pendant with a gold nugget in it.
Nice.
About a year ago, I made a dolphin pendant with a gold nugget in it for someone. So that was like completely different than most things I do. Every once in a while, I don't do these all the time because I would get burnt out on them, but I like to wire wrap bear claws with gold nuggets. A lot of people really like those, but I
Once
only
I
do
get
like a couple at a time.
once I get my storefront running, I would love to feature some of your pendants and stuff.
Yeah.
I know you had one piece she made before Christmas, and you showcased it on Facebook, and I was trying to get it. I didn't have the money for it at the time, and I looked, and then when I did get the money, like a week later, it was gone. Of course, I was like, "Dang it!"
Oh, what was
But
it?
I don't even remember because you make so many cool things. But I even showed it to my wife,
Yes,
and I
you
was
do.
like,
Because a lot of
"What
times I
you
can
mix?"
make it something similar, you know.
You'd mix. It was two different things you'd mix together, and it just I don't know. When I showed it to my wife, she liked
Was
it
it the
too.
fireweed flowers?
It might have been. I know I commented on it on your Facebook. I'd have to go back and look, but um,
I did a couple things that were mixed media. They were resin cabochons that my friend made, and they had fireweed flowers in them. And then I paired them with my wire wrapping, and then I would put a gold nugget on it. But then I had these other cool things that I got from someone else. They're resin, but they're made with like aura opal, which is like a synthetic opal,
mhm.
and mother of pearl, and it looks like mountains with like a night sky and a moon behind it. I did some of those with gold nuggets right before Christmas too. But
Oh,
I'm
the
always
Lord,
experimenting with different stuff, so I can't really remember what I did.
the Lord Shadow's got a comment. I'll trade you for gold or jewelry. Heck,
Lord Shadow says he will trade you art for jewelry. And if you have a school of veterans, a group up there, he'll come and visit and do art with the veterans as well.
oh yeah,
Or
Lord
if you have
Shadow's
school
super
Aw.
children or
helpful with
veterans.
veterans.
I don't, Lord Shadow is he's a artist, and he's got some gold mines in Montana there, and he sets up gold digs for veterans and school children, and
Oh,
he does
awesome.
a lot more than just that. But he's a absolutely
Oh yeah,
wonderful human.
he's
Um,
huge. He's amazing.
he has a piece of
Nice.
art that
That's
is
really
in
cool.
the Metropolitan Museum. I think I got this right. I got it wrong last time, but he's got art in the White House as well. So,
Yeah.
Oh,
um,
wow. Yeah, I
but
mean,
he puts
sometimes I
actual
tweet for stuff. It just depends, but he can always reach out to me on Facebook or Instagram or on my Etsy shop.
he uh he also puts gold in his paint in his paintings. So
Oh, cool. That's really
yeah.
neat.
What
This
do you
is
got
one of the
there,
little
Reg?
pieces that I make.
Oh, that is pretty
Oh,
cool too,
cool.
Reg.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Keep holding it up. I'm trying to make you big. Oh, what's going on? And apparently I can't make you big.
Hold on. I got it.
Sweetheart is not my friend
Re-
tonight. That's
The
not the
other,
right
Maybe
the
one.
other
something.
button.
Come on, buddy.
All right.
Oh, that's neat. You are those little crystals on it?
Yep. Little quartz
Yeah.
crystals. The little gold pan has a 1/4 gram of real gold
Oh,
epoxied
yeah, I
into it.
see it.
Yeah, that is really
The
cool.
pick and shovel heads are hand hammered aluminum, and the handles, these ones are California dark moss agate.
Oh, sweet. Those are really neat.
Yeah,
I'm
that is.
hoping to produce a whole bunch of these this year for my shop.
Nice.
I run a little amethyst shop.
Yeah, I don't, years and years ago, I used to want to have my own store, but then I'm like, if I'm running my own store, I don't have time to actually go mine.
Yeah.
So I kind of squashed that dream, and I just ended up doing an Etsy shop because like people can buy stuff any time of the day and I don't have to be present, for them to buy it, and it just kind of fits my lifestyle a little bit better.
And
I've
then
actually was looking into the Etsy myself a little bit. We're
you
trying
get
to
a
find somewhere
notice
else to
that
put our
says
t-shirts too. What was that, Stacy?
send it out.
Do what?
I don't know. I was just saying that the Etsy store says, "Oh, somebody ordered something. You have to send
Yeah,
it
so
out."
I have it set on my phone to where the app, like I go on the internet to like do everything because it works better than the app, but I have the app, the seller app as well, because it'll like alert my phone whenever I make a sale.
Oh.
It kind of gives me a little cha-ching sound. So I'm like, oh, I just made some money.
My eBay store would do that too. I always like that. Like, ooh, what did I sell?
Yeah, it's kind of exciting. You're like, ooh, I sold something. In fact, I actually just sold something like 5 minutes ago.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah. But that's fun. And the fun thing about selling online is like you're not limited to just like the local economy. I
yeah.
can ship stuff worldwide. Like I have people all over the world that buy my stuff. I've shipped stuff to like Australia,
Ooh,
Sweden, the UK. Um, I've shipped stuff
In
to
my case,
Canada.
it'd be Canada.
Yeah, Canada, Italy, France.
Wow.
oh,
Have you had any trouble getting things through customs or?
Um, I did have one that was giving the customer a hard time, and so I had to like email in a letterhead stating like how it was made and all that, and but then
oh,
they
geez.
cleared it. Um, but besides that, like I have had delays. Like sometimes it does take a while. So like if someone, international is wanting to order something, don't expect it to 100% be there within a week because sometimes it can take
Right.
8 weeks.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So that's just one of the downsides about international shipping is it can be a hassle because people are like, "Where's my stuff?" And I'm like, "Well, it can take, up to 8 weeks,
Yeah.
unfortunately."
I just
Well,
And then you got
sent.
things like I've had to deal with this a couple times where I've had to stop shipments to Canada temporarily because of like the postal strikes, and then they weren't accepting
Yeah.
US deliveries and things like that. So it becomes a little difficult when you have to like watch out for stuff like that because people will still try to order stuff and I have to explain to them why I have to cancel their order and they're all upset, but it's out of my control.
yeah.
Like there's
I
nothing I
just
can do about
successfully.
Beyond your control, you know.
Yeah.
Well, on a positive note, if I do feature some of your products in Canada, I would be happy to take care of those customers if you ever have that issue.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's happened twice within the last year and a half, I want to say that there were postal strikes there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I couldn't mail anything to Canada for quite a while. Like one of them was for like a month or 6 weeks or something like that I couldn't mail. The other one was a lot shorter, but
Wow.
there's things like
They're
that can be kind of a hassle with
They're
shipping.
still dealing with a rotating strike right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I think they're still accepting shipments though.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mail is still going through. It's still being
Okay.
delivered. It's
Because I
just
just mailed something to Canada and it didn't give me an alert on Etsy. Normally it'll say like it'll give me an alert on the homepage on Etsy that there's a postal strike going on or something like that. And then there's been other countries that I couldn't mail to due to like war and things like that.
War. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
fair enough.
So, do you ever miss the cameras, or are you glad that they're gone?
There were things that were fun about it, but I've done a few of my own videos, but I kind of took a step back from all that because even doing my own videos, I kind of realized like in the back of your mind, it takes away your focus from like enjoying what you're doing because you're focused on getting the right angle and getting the right shot and doing
Yep.
this and setting up a camera and
setting this up, setting that up, and
yeah, and so like I don't know, I kind of lost motivation to do it for a while. Like maybe I'll start doing it again eventually. I'll probably still do like some jewelry ones, like live feeds where I'm making jewelry and stuff, which I haven't done in a while. The TV stuff, I think I'm pretty much done with TV.
so
It's
you'd rather do just rather raw, just set up a camera and just dredge and
yeah,
that kind
but
of stuff.
even that, like I did the YouTube thing for a while. I don't know. I kind of burnt out with cameras.
Yeah.
I could see.
Okay.
It
If
kind of
in
takes like it takes a little bit of the joy out of it because you're having to think like, I need to make sure I'm in frame. I need to do this. And it takes away the raw moment and emotion out of it because like you're having to plan a lot of things. And I just want to be.
Yeah.
Be you.
All the
Yeah, I just
editing
want
and
to
all
be
that as
like in the
well.
moment and do what I'm doing. And like, not everything has to be an exciting camera moment. Like, I just want to live whatever that day is doing.
Dan Hurd's kind of doing the same thing. It's winding down his
Yeah.
content in that way.
Yeah, so I'll probably pick it up a little bit like here and there. It is fun to do with the jewelry stuff because people can kind of see how I make the jewelry. So that's kind of fun, but
Oh yeah, watching you
I
wire
I
wrap
don't
is
want to
amazing.
like let it take over my life to where it feels like a job. It just because it takes the fun out of it for me, and the TV thing was, fun in some ways and good, like for exposure for like my business and stuff like that. So like as a business decision, it was a really good decision. I don't think I like doing mainstream TV though, to be
Yeah.
honest. I don't like the platform. I don't like how you kind of sell the rights to your character away. Like
Yeah.
they can portray you however they want. They can edit you however you want. You have really no say in how you're portrayed. And I don't really like that anymore.
Or that do it again, do it again, do it again.
Yeah, there's that. And then,
I know one
have
thing I've learned
stage
just
stuff.
being a
I'm
part of
not
this.
really into acting. I just want to mine.
I know one thing I've learned through these interviews with Red Dirt Nation is Discovery specifically has a way of portraying people different than how they really are.
Yes.
Like Steve Rydell, he's definitely a different human being for sure. But after talking with Steve multiple times on here, I really like the guy. But when I saw him on TV, I couldn't really take
Oh,
much of him.
I couldn't
And
stand him.
and it
Yeah.
was the way that he was portrayed, and it's not at all how he really is. And
I can see that with some people. I don't necessarily think I was portrayed like so far off from how I
Oh
actually
no.
was when I was working. Um, there were definitely some incidents though, like if there was a conflict or, a problem, they don't always show like what leads up and builds up to that conflict or that problem. And so you just see someone blow up at someone and you're thinking, oh,
Right.
wow, this person's an ass. But in reality, you're not seeing what like who kept
Who,
poking
what,
bear
where,
to
when,
get
and
to
how.
that point. So it's
Yeah.
like things like that. Like,
well, and they
um,
thrive on that drama, and they did
yeah.
that with Fast and Loud, with Gas Monkey, and with American Chopper, and
Oh yeah.
boy, the new Gas Monkey YouTube channel, that's quickly becoming one of my favorites because it's back to the guys having a good time in the shop and making cool vehicles, and which is what attracted me to it
Yeah.
at first. And the gold mining, even the beginning of Gold Rush, watching that Hoffman family struggle just getting to there, and the getting that loader through the creek the first time, and that was all great. And then next thing you know, it's all this drama, this, drama that, and they always over exaggerate, and I don't
Well,
know.
the thing I don't like about doing TV, they need the rating. So they want
Yeah,
excitement.
Well,
They
yeah.
want things that are different. They don't want the same thing every day. They want to keep people's interest. They want to get more people watching, which I understand like from a TV aspect. But what it does to you mentally as the person on the other side of the camera is you're constantly having to think, okay, what can I do now to make this more interesting? What can I do now to make this more, exciting or more like less mundane or have more drama or, so then it gets to the point where they start like exaggerating things.
yep.
And like, I just don't look forward to
Cough,
doing that.
cough, partridge novel.
So
I just don't like look forward to doing that anymore. So it's just like,
So did
it was fun while it lasted. I did have some good times. I made some really good friends. So like, I'm grateful I did it. I have no regrets for doing it, but I don't think I want to do it anymore.
so
Well, I
did Discovery ever like aim you and you know what I mean? Aim you in the direction for a quote conflict?
Um,
Or can you talk about it?
Not necessarily like aim a conflict between people. It was more like situations. The thing, like, it's hard to describe because I don't really know exactly what I'm allowed to say yet. I am out
Oh,
of contract now, but
you,
I
you know what I
just,
mean.
yeah.
You can talk what you can talk about, you know.
Yeah, just not everything's as it seems, is all I'll say.
Okay.
That's
But
fair enough.
it made it very hard. Like after working behind the scenes on a show like that, it made it very hard for me to like ever watch any reality show.
Yeah. Well, I for one will say that if you ever did decide to make some long form content and put it on YouTube, um,
Oh
I
yeah,
would
we
watch.
would definitely
And,
be on
You
it.
and I know there's
definitely
not a
have
lot to
full Red
show.
Dirt Nation support.
Yeah, I did have some like 40-minute videos on there, but
Yeah.
I recently took them down.
Have you watched any of Dustin's new YouTube show, The Risky Rewards, at all? Or
No.
it's I like it a lot. He's 14 episodes in. I actually haven't watched this week's yet because I've been on the road, but um, it's still the same stuff, but without all the BS and no one else's. They're just filming and they're showing you the cool. I mean, there was a couple weeks ago 30 minutes of him trying to get an excavator up a hill, and it was
Yeah.
maybe even 40 minutes of it, and it was mundane. And but that's what it took. It probably took him an hour in real life to get it up that little
Well,
hill, but
Yeah.
we all watched it, and he's definitely gotten a great following, and like Emily's new show with the Bering Sea stuff, she's doing
Oh
really
yeah.
well, and
I've heard that hers is pretty good.
yeah, and I don't Emily's I don't see enough of it really. Like I wish they would do more, but they
Oh
also get
really?
busy money, and they're all self-produced. And then
Yeah.
Dustin made the same comment with the editing process. People don't realize for every minute of video you shoot, you probably have 5 to 20 minutes of editing before that gets out, and
Yeah,
that's
that's something that is definitely true when I was doing the YouTube videos is it's a lot of work behind the scenes, and I think that's kind of why I stepped away from it because not only like am I having to plan angles and make sure I'm getting angles like while I'm trying to mine, but also then I'm spending hours like at the computer and I don't want to do that because I'd rather be mining or making jewelry.
I hear you there
You
for
know, it's
sure.
funny we're talking about this because earlier today an ad came up for an AI editor, which is apparently comparable to today's top editors that you can pay for.
Huh.
I've been looking into that myself, Reg, and I've thought about just throwing some videos in to see what AI does with them. Because yeah, I shoot with an Insta 360 camera now, and
Yeah.
this is great because you don't have to frame your shot while you're shooting, but afterwards you have to go in and it's because this sees everything, and then you have to
Oh,
point it
okay.
to what you want it to see. But it is neat because if something happens off to your left
You
while you're
catch it.
doing the thing, you can just turn it, and I, I don't know. I like the fact that I can take long and short form content out of it too, because it shoots the full 360. You can shoot the
So you
vertical or
can
the
cut it however you want it. Yeah.
yeah.
That's pretty
And
neat.
it's
That's one
versatile.
thing that was kind of annoying, like doing YouTube was like for the long form videos, which I did quite a few, but I don't have as many up anymore. I took a lot of them down. You have to be horizontal, but for the shorts and stuff, you have to be vertical. And so
Yep.
it makes it pretty hard to like cut pieces from a video to make a short because then it doesn't all fit in the frame and
Right.
it's they
I've
don't make
tried
it
to.
very user friendly when you're trying to like make a short to promote a video.
Right. Yeah, I've tried to go and, use my video to, or part of my video to go to a short but it's long frame.
But it cuts it off
Yeah.
because it's the wrong angle.
Right.
And if you put it up and down, then you lose the sides.
Yeah, and then you're on your head or
Yeah.
something.
That Insta
Yeah.
camera, you can do anything you want with it, up and down,
That's
left
pretty
and right.
cool.
Yeah. I was actually gonna try to make some where it was framed like this, just to say I was starting a new trend, where it really messes with people. But I don't know how to put them on.
No,
How are you?
we'll just do the stand on your head.
And chips.
American Gold Prospectors, how's it going, man?
Jesus, dude.
I'm sorry. Took all my daughter's salsa. I'm getting yelled at.
No, let's pick it up. You didn't even grab the good chips.
Yeah, I think I really like just raw mining. Like I just like focusing on mining and I like making jewelry, but I'm kind of not enjoying the whole like making videos anymore thing.
Well,
Yeah, my stuff is all just raw.
Yeah.
I'm not putting out anything pretty or
Yeah.
music or any of that. No. Mine are just raw.
I don't know.
As I go.
Can't find any music I can use. Even the royalty-free stuff gets me copyright strikes. So
Oh, really?
They have an AI for that too now.
not all of it, but I just actually beat one from my Christmas video. I was shooting the Christmas lights in a park, and the music was playing. The lights go to the music. And
Yeah.
I uploaded it in 360, so you can do the whole where you can look around and see everything.
Yeah.
And then I got copyright strikes for the 2 songs that were playing, and
Oh,
I sent a message to YouTube like I was in
Even
the
though it's
public.
background music, you didn't put it on there.
Yeah, I didn't play that music. I was recording out of the window of my car driving through a park. The music was in the public, and I got a notification the other day that I beat it. So
Oh, nice.
yeah, and it's not a big deal. But if there was ever any monetization from the video, they send it all to the people that made that Christmas song 400 years ago.
Whoever has
Yeah.
the rights. Yeah.
So
Yeah, I noticed that I got dinged a couple times doing lives because I used to play music really low in the background when I was doing lives, and I'd be making jewelry or talking to people on a live stream. And if I had music on in the background, it's like I'm not adding the music to the video; it's just on very low in the background because, like, I don't know. Sometimes listening to music helps me just kind of feel more relaxed.
Zone in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And they dinged me for that. They're like, you can't get any gifts or whatever it is, on the live feed because it has music that's copyrighted and it listed like all the songs that I played. And I'm like, it was just music on in the background.
I found out for shorts on YouTube, you can have up to 60 seconds. Of course, if your short's 3 minutes, you need to switch the song 3 times.
Oh, yeah.
So, and
And I think they share the royalties too. Like a portion of it goes to whoever has the rights to that song.
Yep.
Yeah.
And 2 weeks ago,
Have a
I
good
got
night,
one out
Lord
of the
Shadow.
blue, and
Lord Shadow going to bed. Later, man.
Night, Lord Shadow. But it said I had a copyright strike, and I was like, I haven't put any videos up. From what? And it was from when, as Red Dirt Nation, we used to broadcast to each of our own channels.
Yeah.
Well, Travis's exit music is got a copyright hit on it. So
What?
yeah, so I was just like, well, I can't fight that one. Like, there's nothing I can do about that. But
Yeah, I'm always getting notifications because, like, on my reels on Facebook, like, I'll put music to, like, the Northern Lights or I'll put music to this. But it's, like, music that you can choose specifically from Facebook. But then if it's, like, copyrighted song, then that you have to share the revenue with whoever has royalties to that song.
Well, and
Yeah.
then in that Insta360 editing software, playing with that, it's got music royalty free. I was like, oh, cool. I'll throw some of that in. Yeah. One of them, what was weird was the one with words, no copyright strike, but the one that was an instrumental, I got a copyright strike on. And I was just,
Weird.
I can't win. So, like Justin just said, or American Gold Prospector just said, I don't put any music on my videos anymore. I've even paid for royalty-free music and got flagged. So, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, there's entire teams of
It's gotta-
scammers who have set up businesses designed to target YouTube videos.
Yeah.
They
It's got to
target
be
channels
hard
with
to
copyright
differentiate.
strikes.
It's got to be kind of hard to differentiate what's copyright and what's not. So they're probably just getting more broad with like saying no.
Yeah.
You're just almost better off now making your own with the AI where they can't
Yeah.
do. Like Lord
Now,
Shadow made
just
that
don't
our
put
intro
anything
song.
into your video and just having it raw like I do. Then you don't get no strikes.
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
But yeah, I'm gonna. Hopefully, I'll be mining here in the next month.
How has the weather been there this winter?
Lately it's not been too bad, but we had a brutal cold spell for like 6 weeks.
Oh.
Just like negatives, and we were having a lot of issues with things freezing, and
Oh no.
yeah, it was
What?
really, it was bad.
My
And
part of
like having to
southern
run
Ontario
extra
had
late and
2
everything.
weeks of -40.
Keep those pipes cracked
Yeah,
out.
I had a constant heater going under my house because I was worried about my pipes freezing.
Oh, I was gonna say, keep those things running, your bathroom, your
Oh yeah.
kitchen.
When I leave my house, like if I leave my house for a night, I have extra heaters on. I have the sinks dripping. I have a heater in the crawl space under my house. Like last thing I want to deal with is busted pipes.
Oh yeah, that's
We
the
broke the
worst.
door handle on my truck and on my camper because they were frozen.
Oh. So when you go out mining, what are you guys just in a camper or?
It depends on where I'm mining and what time of year.
A pole camper
A
or
lot of, yeah, I have a pole
like a
behind
truck
camper.
camper?
I have a pole behind camper.
Oh.
I actually, that's where I was actually living before I bought my house.
Oh. How long ago did you get the house?
What?
How long ago did you get the house?
4 months ago.
And you've been fixing it up ever since?
Yeah.
What's your favorite part of the remodeling so far?
Nothing.
I don't mind painting. Painting is okay. Like, I just put some music on, have a glass of wine, and I just start painting.
Have you done any major changes or just the painting and the cleaning up or?
Not yet. I did have to do the drywall here. Me and my friend had to build a platform for the wood stove and put all new pipe on the wood stove.
Yeah.
I had to build corner caps for the house because in order to have a bank approval, like there's certain things that have to be finished prior to the sale. And like the corner, like the siding, it had siding on it, but like no, they never installed, like they never finished it. So the corners were exposed, like that plastic wrap. You could see the wrap on the corners. So I had to build corner caps and install those. What else did I do? Did the drywall in this room because that wasn't done. There's a lot of little things that I just can't think of that we did. Next winter, I'm ripping all the flooring out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be fun. What are you?
Old carpet. I already ripped the carpet downstairs because it was nasty. There was like a lot of gross stains and pet accidents, from the previous years. So like 4 days after I had the keys, I ripped the carpet up downstairs. So I just have a
So you
plywood
got,
floor in the downstairs
so
bedroom
you
right
got
now, and I just put a
MDF.
big rug down there for now. So eventually I'm going to rip up all the floors in the house, and I'm going to do that luxury vinyl planking.
Nice.
Yeah.
Efloors.com. Check out efloors.com. That's where you'll get the best deal on really nice LVP, LVT, and you can
Well,
get it at wholesale
Oh,
prices.
really?
They'll ship it right to you. Yeah. That was my
yeah, but
specialty as a
she's gonna have
contractor. I
to.
was a flooring guy.
She's
So
gonna have to
Yeah, because I'm
play
doing the whole
Alaska
house.
prices though.
it doesn't matter, Stacy.
Oh,
They put everything on a pallet and ship it. So
Oh, okay.
I would rather pay
I'll
Alaska
check it out.
shipping than
I do have a flooring picked out already, but if I
well,
can find something real similar,
if
I haven't
in
bought it yet, but I just already have.
eFloors has most of
What's
the
that?
major manufacturers, so you might be able to find it the same one. So
Okay.
yeah.
It's called E-Floors.
Just eandfloors.com. So
I'm gonna
when I
write that
worked out of the
down.
different carpet stores, that was one of their big suppliers. And when I started doing more on my own, I just typed it in one day because I remembered it from our picking invoices, and it's like, oh, I can set up an account for these guys, and then I found out you don't even have to be anybody special. But
Oh, nice.
yeah, stuff that the carpet stores were selling for $4.79 a foot, I could buy for $1 a foot.
Oh.
So yeah.
Oh, dang. Yeah, because the stuff I'm looking at's like I think it was $4.29, or it might have been $4.79. It was somewhere in that price range. But I'm doing the whole house minus the bathrooms. I haven't decided if I want to do tile or not in the bathrooms.
But yeah,
But right
I'm
now my
sure.
focus is painting.
Yeah, and it's good to get all the painting done before the floors are in, because then it doesn't matter if you spill.
Ozman,
Yeah.
how's it going?
Or if my cat decides to walk in the paint tray and track blue footprints all over the house,
Oh yeah, they
like she
always
did.
do.
Those are just character spots. It's modern
No.
art.
No, what you do is you just paint the floor, and then
The carpet?
put a paint tray, and then have the cats run all over, and then you just sorry.
Bless you.
And then call
Sorry.
it art, and it's good.
Yeah, and then clear coat it, and there you go. Kitty print.
Yeah. But that's why I'm glad I'm doing it now instead of after the new floors. Although I have a shampooer, so it didn't matter. I shampooed the paw prints out of the carpet.
Oh,
If you can get them
But
right
I
away
also
with the
don't really care about this carpet. They were
yeah, I
kind
know.
of
I got it.
dry, but I scrubbed them and sprayed them, and it worked. But I don't really care about this carpet because it's coming up next winter anyways. And that's another reason why I was like, okay, if I get a puppy now, she'll just have potty accidents on the floor I'm already going to rip up, so it won't matter.
Yeah, we need new carpet in this house again.
Yeah, I'm not going to do carpet anymore because it's just a pain in the ass when it gets nasty and you got to rip it up and redo it. And I'd rather just put the vinyl plank down and then do some rugs, because when rugs get nasty, you can clean them, but if they get too bad, you could just throw them away and buy a new one.
Buy new.
Yeah. So I'm going to go that route because I'm kind of tired of carpet.
And it's nice too for tracking stuff in from outside. That vinyl plank cleans up so much faster, and
That, and I have 4 animals now, so they all make messes.
Oh yeah.
2 dogs and 2 cats, and they all like to make a mess.
Yeah.
And then there's me, and I like to make a mess.
Oh yeah. We all do.
Yeah.
Any other questions from people in chat? I'm looking through. I don't see any fresh ones.
No, I don't either.
We've been
I've got a
going strong
question.
for about an hour and a half now. We thank you again so much, Kayla, for coming up with us.
Yes, that's awesome. You came up and
Do you have any cool jewelry nearby you can show off?
Yeah, I can grab some.
make her big.
Yeah, we'll
And
make
I
her
do have a
big.
question for her there, Carl.
What was that, Reg? You have a question?
I do.
Oh, Reg has got a question for you.
Ask
What
away.
is the Peking dough at Etsy.com, or
Yeah.
is that it?
Yeah.
My question is, for this year's season, do you have a goal that you want to reach? A certain amount of gold?
Oh,
I always try to do at least 20.
Fair enough.
20 ounces.
Yeah.
20 flakes in a pan?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's like us. We
20 fly poop specks.
perfect.
Well, today's prices, that would be $5.
Yep.
So I have a few pieces I can show that are some of my
Make her
favorites.
big.
I've done. So like this one here. Let me see. Oh, here we go. I'll put it in front of my scale so it's a dark background. It's like a dream catcher with a gold nugget in it.
Oh wow.
Nice.
So I did that. Actually, I did that not this past summer, but the summer before. So I've had that one for a while. Then I do these really cool cross pendants with a gold nugget in the center.
Oh, those are cool.
Oh, that is awesome.
Yeah. So I do those. And for the past like 4 years, I've been on a really huge like turquoise kick. So I really like using turquoise in my jewelry. So this one is turquoise with a piece of gold up top.
Ooh.
And this turquoise actually has like, you can see there's pyrite inclusions in it.
That is so cool.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful. Here's a question. If someone would send you, let's say, a gemstone, and could you include that into a, let's say, a pendant or something like that?
It depends on what it is they're wanting. I'm kind of picky about custom orders.
Okay.
So it depends on what they're wanting. Like people are always welcome to reach out, like if there's something they want done, and we can kind of go from there. I don't typically like to do custom orders where people send me their own materials if they're out of the country.
Okay. Well,
Because I don't want to
in,
be responsible for customs losing their stuff. But I can make, it's a case by case kind of deal.
okay. I'm in.
It just depends on.
I'm in
You
Montana,
asking?
and yes,
Oh.
I am. Because I am.
I didn't know if it was.
Having some. I sent a guy who's cutting a few garnets for me for my wife, and was just kind of wondering if maybe you would,
Yeah, it just depends. So I don't do any stone cutting for people. So the stone has to already be in the form that you want it to be used.
Oh yeah, these stones would be completely cut.
Yeah. So you can message me and kind of give me an idea of what you're wanting.
Okay.
And as long as it's something similar, like something that I can definitely do it.
Okay. Just a question. You know, we can always ask questions.
As long as it's something that can be wire wrapped, because I'm only doing wire wrapping right now. I'm not doing any like casting or soldering and stuff. So it just has to be a design that can be made with wire only.
Okay.
But yeah, I have done it for quite a few people. It just has to be a doable design. That's all.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Did you have something in mind that you were wanting?
I don't know yet.
Oh, okay. Like a pendant?
Yeah, a pendant
Okay.
kind of thing.
Okay. I prefer, like, I can do rings, but they're not my favorite because they have to be exact size. Like, I can do sizing, but then, you know, some people might think they're size 7, but really they're like 6 3/4, and then it doesn't fit. So I'm kind of picky about doing like custom rings.
I
Oh
understand
yeah,
that fully.
it would be a pendant.
Okay. Yeah, we could totally do something with that. Just message me like what idea you're wanting, and we can go from there.
No, I'd probably give you free reign to just
That's my favorite
make
thing.
something.
We had a very similar question from Prospector 406, Nick. He said, what if someone sent you a gem and a nugget but gave you creative freedom? So I think you answered that just now.
Yeah, that's actually my favorite way to go about it. My least favorite is when someone's like sends me a picture of a piece of jewelry and they're like, I want exactly this. And I'm like,
Yeah,
well,
no.
it's
Yeah,
not
no.
how I go about things.
No,
Um,
I would want
as long as there's
your
some
full
artistic freedom, that's my favorite thing to do. Yeah.
your full creative freedom and just do whatever.
You know, people can give me like guidelines. Like, I really like the heart pendants you make, or I really like the tree of life pendants you make, or, you know, I don't want it to be too swirly. Like, that's okay. But
No.
I don't like when people are
No.
like, I want this bend exactly like this and this piece
Oh,
exactly like that. And I'm like, okay, well, I
no.
don't think I'm the artist for you.
No, 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 no. This would not be anything like that. It would be like,
Oh,
here's
yeah,
this,
I could totally
here's
do that.
that, and send me what you got.
Yeah, we could totally do that.
Okay. Cool.
American Gold Prospectors says you want the wiener nugget, Stacy.
Oh yeah, the wiener nugget and a garnet just going. Gang, gang, gang.
Oh my gosh.
That's like a kidney stone.
Yeah.
I was debating doing a wire wrap with this Blue Jay sapphire.
Oh, cool. That's really pretty.
It's $100 sapphire from the Blue Jay mine out in BC.
Nice.
From Silver Cove's mine site.
Are you going to have it done in its raw form, or are you going to have it cut and polished?
I'm debating.
Reg, get a hold of Deep North.
Yeah, I'll look into that,
yeah.
Stacy.
He's cutting some really the garnets that I sent him that are grape style, you know, really deep, the grape style look.
Yeah.
And he's cutting them for me. So,
well, I'm hoping if things work out this year, I'll be able to get a flat lap and the proper equipment to start doing some faceting and stuff myself.
Well, I was just giving you an outlet, you know what I mean?
Oh, I want a faceting machine in the worst way, but there's just so many hours that go into every stone.
There
John
is,
R.
but
wants
it's
I'm eventually gonna get one of the Cab King 6-inch set up so
that's
that I
what
can
I'm
start
looking
making my own cabochon.
Oh, so you're gonna do cabs?
My
Yeah.
pick and shovel pieces, I do that with a Dremel. Just a handheld Dremel and diamond bit.
Oh yeah.
I did that one with my grinder But like I said, this was just a screwing around. I think that's just a piece of quartz, even. But I don't know. Like I
Yeah.
said, I'm playing a little bit.
Like,
John,
Yeah,
I'm
eventually
looking at
I want to
pretty
get like an
decent with
actual.
the Dremel.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I have a nice Dremel, but I want to get the full blown setup to do
Yeah.
a lot of cabochons because I used
Yeah.
to cut.
Cab machine will cut your time down by
Yeah,
300%.
and so I want to be able to use them in my jewelry because I want to be able to use more of the stones that I find because right now, like I use some of the stones that I find, but because I'm not set up to do my own cutting right now, I end up sending some stones to friends and then I have to, wait for them to get to it because, they have their own lives going on, schedules going on.
Right.
Wait for them to get to it, which isn't a problem, but it would be nice like when I get, a wild hair to work on a specific thing, be able to just whip it out and work on it myself.
Oh, yeah.
Plus, then, like, I
John,
can say the whole entire piece of jewelry was like made and found by me, minus the silver wire.
that is cool
But it'd
too.
be cool to like have the gold nugget found by me and like,
Nick's got something.
Oh, that was
Just a
for chat.
general.
That's for chat. But John R. in
Oh.
chat wants to know about your pay dirt bags. He would like to buy 3 of them, I think.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
So
Do you sell pay
I
dirt bags?
sell pay dirt bags. I'm a little low at the moment. I do
Put
have
your
some, but
Can we put her website up?
Peking no, Stacy. I put it up. I put the link up.
Oh.
It's the Peking dough at Etsy.com. Right? Am I close?
yeah, it's www.thepekingdough.etsy.com.
Oh, .etsy.com. Okay.
Yeah, because I'm not a standalone website. I'm on Etsy.
Yeah. If you go to Etsy and search the Peking dough, you can find it that way too, I think.
If you just go to Google and type the Peking dough and then type Etsy after it,
That works.
it should pull it up. But when you type in the search bar in Etsy and type in the Peking dough, it's looking for products with that name in it, not necessarily the shop name. I don't know why it's set up that way, but it's kind of weird.
So put in like pay dirt.
So like just Google, don't like search it in Etsy, like search in Google or whatever your like search platform is, whatever search engine you use, and like in the search bar type in like the Peking dough and then type Etsy after it, but don't like go to Etsy's website and then type in the Peking dough,
Oh, okay.
if that makes sense. Because
Yep.
when you're in the search bar on Etsy, it's searching products, not shops.
Oh,
Well, you were on seasons 5, 6, and 7 on Whitewater? Am I close?
Oh.
Yeah, technically, in some areas they listed that because they split that season into like a big break in between. Some
Okay.
places they listed it as 6 and 7, but it was really one season.
All right. So we had a question from chat.
Yeah.
Someone just joined us. They asked if you're new, and so Panda Man, we are interviewing Kayla Johanson, and she's formerly a Gold Rush Whitewater star, and she's currently mining her own claims in Alaska. So you might have to go back and watch this from the beginning when we post it up later.
Oh.
Pause.
I'm paused. Did I freeze?
Oh, you're back now. You were definitely frozen for a second
Oh,
there.
okay. I get kind of iffy signal out here.
John R says to watch his YouTube video of him panning one of your pay dirt bags, and he put the link to your shop. I think he just wants everybody to watch his YouTube video. If you can't find it on Etsy, you can watch John R's video.
Yeah, I think I have like 7 bags made up right now. I normally carry it like nonstop throughout the year, but I ran a little short this winter because I sold a
Are they
bunch like in late fall just to like buy the house.
guaranteed weight, like a gram, half gram, quarter gram, or?
Well, I normally have 2 different size bags. Right now I just have one size. I have 1 pound bags. They're guaranteed to have at least like they have a minimum, but it can vary. They have at least a half a gram minimum.
Awesome.
Yeah. And so I do normally carry smaller ones. I originally only carried 1 pound bags, but then I started offering the half-pound bags, which I'm out of at the moment. But just because the gold prices were getting so high, and so I was trying to offer one step down so like more people could afford it. But there's those ones are sold out at the moment. Pretty soon here, once I start mining again and build back up, I'll have more bags. But I have a lot of jewelry on it.
A lot of jewelry.
Yeah, I have a lot of jewelry on there.
Well, we're hitting the almost 2 hour mark now. I guess if there aren't too many more questions, we'll start wrapping up pretty quick here.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I
guys.
was going to say our numbers are dropping off there.
Reg, do you know who our next guest is? I think it's Lucas on the 9th, but
Yes.
I thought there was one more ahead.
I can double check on the Red Dirt Nation YouTube page. Hold on.
That's what I'm looking at right now. And 226. Oh. No, that was 3-2. What month are we in? 223, 3. Oh, so
We're
3-2.
still in
We just have a live
February.
hangout.
Yeah.
So on the 2nd of March, we have a live hangout. On the 9th of March, we have Lucas, the Glacial Gold Hunter, who I just got to spend a day with. And then after the week after that, Carlos Miner from Gold Rush Whitewater will be on. And I'll be interested to see what Carlos has been up to since he's not mining anymore. So
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
he's fun.
I like Carlos. I haven't
I like
talked to him in a
Carlos.
little bit.
So, are you still in contact with Carlos?
Oh yeah, we're still friends. I haven't talked to him in a little bit, but we're still friends. I'm friends with him and his wife.
No.
And I still
he's,
am in contact with Paul and Wes. We're still friends. I don't talk to him like all the time, but we're still friends.
Well, we might have to tap you to get their numbers and get them on next fall.
We've already got them all. We had Paul and Wes. We've got Carlos for the second time coming up.
Well, we're gonna do them again.
I've really liked watching Paul and Wes. They're pretty cool, and it's neat to see brothers that old getting along together so well still.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they're actually like 18 years apart.
Yeah, but they still get along well for being.
Oh yeah, they were 2 of my favorite people to work with. I hung out with them a lot.
Who was the worst person, or if you can say,
I don't like trash talk.
no, okay, yep,
Hey, better to stay out of the drama.
yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
I just
I
don't
shouldn't have
wanna-
gone there. I'm sorry.
I don't want to go there.
Sorry,
I have an
sorry.
answer, but I
didn't-
don't want to say it.
I think we know.
I prefer to just stay neutral.
Yeah. Okay.
But I will
Very
say that
diplomatic
all
answer.
West were definitely my favorite that I worked with, and I hung out with them a lot when I worked on the show.
Great. That's awesome.
Yeah. And then I really like Carlos. Carlos is really funny. Justin's really cool. He's a good person.
Yeah. Justin's waiting for his new van to show up, and he's about to start driving all over the world in his camper van. And he
Oh,
plans
nice.
on filming all of that. I kind of can't wait to watch that adventure.
That'll be cool. I didn't know he was getting a van. I talked to him not that long ago, but I didn't know he was getting a van.
Yeah,
So we just
he's
live like 2 hours away from each other.
oh,
He actually stopped by last spring. I was getting my gear ready and he stopped by and he's like, I went to Colorado and I picked up a gift for you. And I'm like, what the heck could it be? And so he stopped by and he's like, I stopped at Fairplay, Colorado. And I'm like a big South Park fan. And like, I do South Park stupid songs and impersonations all the time.
Yeah.
And he pulled it out and he's like, here you go. And it was a Mr. Hanky pen.
oh,
So of course I
Great.
had to do the howdy ho. Oh, nice.
I caught your Mr. Hanky shirt you had on in your Facebook post that day. I made a
Oh
comment
yeah,
on it.
that's my Christmas sweater.
Yeah.
Today I have Tenacious D.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I drove through Fairplay last night in the dark. I was so bummed out that we went all through all the cool parts of Colorado at night. We didn't see
Oh, I
any of
hate when that
Colorado.
happens. I
Yeah.
hate when that happens during a road trip and it's like you try to plan to where you hit the really cool stuff in the light, in daylight, and
Yeah.
then drive through the boring sections like Kansas or whatever, at nighttime.
Yeah. Yeah. So we were in Nebraska at sunrise, and that's what we got to see. Well, I didn't see much of it. I was sleeping. James is in chat. He was driving. I asked him, I said, so how was Denver? He says, dark.
Oh, darn.
Oh, so you guys ran I-5?
No, I-5 is over on the
Oh,
coast.
I-50, or what is it?
70?
I don't know, Stacy. Wherever
70
that little blue
south?
line told us to turn. I remember
Well, if you went through
160.
Denver, did you go like St. Louis through Kansas and then Denver? Were you going straight across or is it more up and down?
So the route originally wanted us, when we left the Grand Canyon, it wanted us to go up to Moab and then over into Denver. And then the other option was kind of like diagonal through Colorado and skip Denver. So when we got to that intersection, we just we didn't change the GPS, but we drove the way we'd have to go for the diagonal route.
Oh,
We didn't
70.
realize when it rerouted us,
70.
it still sent us to Denver. So it added like 30 minutes of our ride. And instead of going up the Moab side, we went up the Colorado side. Again, it was all at night. So
Yeah.
I was driving when we crossed over. We got about 30 minutes of Colorado in the daylight, and then that was it. We were in Nebraska at 4 this morning.
I've driven across country by myself 3 times. The first time when I was like 20 or 21, and I did I-40 from North Carolina all the way to Nevada and then into California. And back.
Oh,
I did I-40 that route. And then the second time I went, I was driving a Jeep that didn't have air conditioning. And I was like, I'm going to try to go the more northern route because it might be cooler. Because it was like July and August when I was going. And, I-40, you're going through like New Mexico, Arizona. And it was like miserable hot in August and July. So I was like, I'm going to try to go more north, like Kansas. I went St. Louis through Kansas, Colorado, all that. And I was like, it'll be cooler. It was not cool.
we did.
That's when you do 260. 2 windows down, do 60 miles an hour.
It was so freaking hot because then I was going to drive into Las Vegas and then into California. So I like going through Colorado wasn't too terrible. Kansas was hot. Colorado wasn't too terrible once you got up in the mountains past Denver. Like,
Right.
because before Denver is really flat, like if you're coming from the east.
Oh, yeah.
So it was hot there, but then once you get in the mountains, it wasn't so bad. But then you go into Utah, and then you go down into that top corner of Arizona, and it was 125 degrees.
Yeah.
And then I had no AC.
Oh,
And so I
That's
have the
when you
windows
roll
down,
the
and even
windows
the windows
down.
down, even the windows down don't feel good because it's like a hair dryer blowing on you.
Well, it's
So,
better than
well,
windows
it's better
up.
than stagnant heat, but it's still like a heater blowing on you. And so I would just stop at the gas station and buy like the biggest drink I could get, like 128-ounce drink or whatever it was, and fill it as full of ice as I could in a cold drink, and like have it between my legs, like as I'm driving, just to cool myself off. I'm like, I'm dying.
Bag eyes on your head.
Yeah. Like
we've done the.
I was like getting my bandana and like putting it in ice water and then tying it on my head just so like I wouldn't overheat.
Yeah.
And then I'm worried about the
We've done-
vehicle overheating.
We've done the motorcycle trips where you stop at a gas station and buy a bag of ice and then ratchet strap it to the handlebars. And then it just missed you for like the next 30 miles until the ice is all gone. And
Yeah.
then you pull in.
Yeah, it just blows a little on you.
Yeah, that trip that's when I picked up my dog Roxy, my older dog. I got her, she was a year old when I picked her up. But I was living in North Carolina at the time, and she was in Vegas. My sister had found her as a stray, but then was going into Job Corps and couldn't keep her, and that's how I ended up with her. And when I'm not originally from North Carolina. I moved there after high school. I was living in California and Nevada, and like I lived a few different places, but California and Nevada mostly back and forth between those two states before then. And when I moved to North Carolina originally, I actually moved there on the Greyhound bus with a suitcase. And so I had a cat at the time and I couldn't take her with me. So my family kept my cat for me. And then, several years later, once I was like really settled and stuff, I drove back and I was going to pick up the dog. And I was also picking up my cat, who was 16 years old. And I was so worried, like on that drive back, because I was like, I'm going the more northern route back. It'll be cooler. It was so hot. I was so worried my cat was just gonna like fall over dead in the car because it was so hot. Poor thing. She made it though. She lived another like 3 years. She was like 19 years old.
That's old for a cat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So that's how I got my dog.
We planned this trip about 3 months ago, and then a week before we left, we started watching the extended forecast, and none of it looked good. And we just spent a week in Arizona in the coldest weather they've had all winter. And of course, starting today or yesterday, they've got a heat wave coming in, and it's going to be the hottest weather they've had all year. And of course, we missed it. We were in a tent getting snowed on our vacation. But we still made the best of it. But
Yeah, I've been there, done that. Then the last time I drove across country was when I drove from North Carolina. I went I-40 to Bullhead. Then I went to Bullhead City, Arizona. And then I stopped in Vegas because I was seeing my family. That's when I was moving up here to Alaska. And so I stopped in Arizona to see my family. And then I stopped in Vegas for a couple hours to see family and say goodbye. And then I got on, I think it's the 15 or 215. I can't remember. But then I went up north and went through Utah, a little bit of Wyoming, I think. I went through Montana, Idaho, and then up into Canada. And then all through Canada up to Alaska.
That's a heck of a trip for sure. How many
Yeah,
miles
it
was
was
that?
just under 6,000 miles.
Wow. You hear
Yeah,
that, James?
That was just me, my two cats, and my dog, and I was pulling a trailer.
Wow.
That was kind of a sketchy drive because I was going in like early spring. I left in late March, so I got into Canada in April, and the weather was not that great. I
We
hit a
just
few
did
nasty
43.
snowstorms.
Yeah, and the old
We hit-
Monada Pass is not the user friendly.
Well, I went to Alcan, but it must have been a rough winter that year because the road was horrible. There was one part, I think it was like right past Grand Cache, where half the road slid down the mountain. It was just
Oh,
gone.
gee.
And like they just had cones, marking it. And so like you're going around and it's just a little 2-lane road. It's not like a big highway. And so like
Oh,
you're like trying to drive around these cones where the road's just
oh.
gone. And then I
So
go a
you
few
went.
more miles and there was another section that was about to go down that was new. They didn't mark it yet. I just was driving and noticed like the road was like 4 inches lower and it was like this
Oh,
big
gee.
half circle with a giant crack. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not driving on that.
Oh,
So
so
I like
you were
went
doing.
around.
You weren't doing freeway. You were doing secondaries.
Well, there is no real freeway to get to Alaska.
Oh, well, I was just saying from Wyoming to Montana.
Oh, there I was, but this was in Canada.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
when you get to BC and Alberta, it's a lot of rural roads.
Yeah.
There's a few major
There's a few
highways.
wide sections, but a lot of it is 2-lane roads. And there's a lot of
Especially going through the mountains.
yeah. And like there's a lot of areas where you just go hours and hours, like a whole day with no service, no nothing, and
Yep.
it was quite the drive because I was also having engine problems with my truck. Like
Ugh.
and of course this was right when COVID like shut everything down. They had just shut the border down, like right when I got to the like a week before I got to the border. And so they almost didn't want to let me through, but I was like, if you don't let me through, like I've already given up my apartment. I've given up my job. Like I'm moving to Alaska. If you don't let me through, like I'm literally homeless and I'm going to be stuck right here. And I had to like prove what I was doing and all that. And they finally let me through, but I wasn't allowed to like stay anywhere, like at a hotel. I wasn't allowed to like go in any store and be on my way. Everything shut down. And then as soon as I get into Canada, like not having any truck problems in the US, as soon as I cross into Canada within an hour, my truck's making noises. And I'm like, what the heck? And I'm not allowed to go anywhere.
geez.
And I'm like, all of a sudden, I'm just like going through oil like crazy. Every time I get gas, I'm having to add oil. And then I think I get to like, where was I? Not Haynes Junction, Whitehorse. I was like a little bit before Whitehorse. So when I got into Yukon, they had the road barricaded off and they made you pull off into this parking lot because they wanted to check all your paperwork and put a sticker in your dash like saying what time you came through because they're like you have 24 hours to get out. And
Sorry.
I tried to explain to them, I'm like, I'm kind of having some truck problems. Like, I can only go so fast. I'm pulling a trailer. Like, I'll try my best. They're like, well, just don't lollygag around, They're like, just be on your way. I made it out in like 36 hours, not 24, but I explained to them the situation. Like, I'm having problems. I don't know what's wrong with my truck, but I'm having problems. And hopefully I make it to the border. And
So
then
I
I get.
assume you go up through Alberta?
So I went through a little section of that, but it was mostly BC and then Yukon.
Do you ever take the Fraser Valley up?
No, this is the only time I ever made the drive. I've only done it once. But then I got just before, like one of the stops before Whitehorse. I can't remember the name of it, but it's just a little gas station. I remember I checked my oil and it was milky. And I'm like, oh no.
Oh no, head gasket.
So I blew it. My head gasket was going. I had coolant leaking into my oil pan. And I'm like, crap. I get to Whitehorse, and I had a friend that lived in Atlin, and he drove up to Whitehorse to meet me. And he was really nice. He went in the store and like bought me some groceries and bought me lunch. And then he was like, here, let me go in and I'll at least pay for an oil change to hopefully kind of like inch you along a little farther, you know? So he got me an oil change and I sat out in the parking lot with my dog because I'm not allowed to go anywhere. Sat out in the parking lot with my dog while he got my oil changed for me. And then I kept driving, but you know, it didn't fix the problem. We were just hoping that
No.
maybe if I had clean oil, it would like get me a little further. And I made it
Did
to
it?
Haynes Junction. I got gas, and I remember I started leaving Haynes Junction, and I was going towards Destruction Bay, and all of a sudden my truck lost power, and like I
Nope.
couldn't get it to go above 2,000 RPMs. And I'm like
There
just
went.
chugging along, pulling a heavy ass trailer, and I'm like chugging along, going anywhere from 10 to 30 miles an hour.
Oh, jeez.
Oh.
And I'm just like limping. I'm like, please just make it to my country. And I'm like, please just make it to the border. And I remember I was like so dead tired. And I'm driving and I get to like Burwash Landing, just past Burwash Landing. And I'm so tired. It's like 3 a.m. And I'm like nodding out driving. I'm like smacking my face, you know, all the tricks trying to stay awake.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, eventually, I'm like, I have to pull over. Like, I am going to kill myself. I have to pull over and like close my eyes, even if it's just for an hour. Like, so I pull over and I was so scared. My truck was like not doing good and it was cold. And I was so scared to turn my truck off because I was like, what if it doesn't start?
Oh, jeez.
So I'm like sleeping in my truck for just an hour. I remember like just trying to shut my eyes just to get a tiny bit of rest and like leaving my truck on because I was like, I don't want to like turn my truck off in the middle of nowhere. It'd be one thing if I was at a gas station, but like I was in the middle of nowhere. Nothing was around me. And I'm like, last thing I need is like during COVID, there was no other traffic hardly. Not even like truckers were really going through that much at that point. So like I was hardly seeing any other cars. And I was like, last thing I need is like to break down in early April in the middle of nowhere and no one's going to see me for like hours or a day or who knows
Ever.
how long ever if yeah. So I left my truck running and then I like leaned back for like a little bit and dozed off and then started driving again. I made it to the border at like 6:30 in the morning and I just kept going and I made it all the way to Anchorage.
Oh, jeez. Blown
and,
head gasket.
and went
Smoke
to
broke.
O'Reilly's and got some bars stop leak and poured it in the coolant and I drove that truck for 2 more years.
Oh,
Really?
nice. That's awesome.
It lasted 2 more years, and I didn't know if it would last long, so I did buy a used engine and just had it on standby so that I can do an engine swap. But I drove that
Right.
thing 2 more years with that same engine with stop leak in it, and finally, it finally bit the dust, and I had the engine swapped, and that was
That's awesome.
that was an adventure.
We've all
It's very
had those.
stressful, but at the same time, I was like, you know, when I'm old, this is gonna be a cool story.
That's definitely a cool story. I've had where I thought I had a head gasket going out, and then like 2 miles later, sure enough, the head gasket went out, and I was done. You just kept going and going and going.
I don't know how I kept going. Like, I think I was just like surviving on like hopes and wishes at that point.
Winging
Like,
a prayer.
yeah, I was literally, and I'm not exaggerating, like all the way to Anchorage from Burwash Landing, like going 10 to 30 miles an hour. If it was uphill, it was 10 to 15 miles an hour.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, like I was limping, and I'm just
And
like,
the
please just make it.
anxiety is just going.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm just like, please just make it. And like I made it to Anchorage. I got a hotel room because it was the first time I had like been able to sleep in a bed in 2 weeks. I've been sleeping in the front seat of my truck, and my truck was so crammed because I had the cats and the dog in there. And like I couldn't even lean my seat back hardly, and I'm sleeping in the front seat of my truck, and I'm like trying to like kick my legs over the center divider into the other seat. My dog's piled on top of me, and both the cats are on top of me at night with my
Yeah.
sleeping bag.
Oh, geez.
So when I got to Anchorage, first thing I did, I got a hotel room with 2 beds because I got a bed and my dog got a bed.
And the best
And I'm
night of your
sprawled out like
sleep in
this
your
on one
life.
bed. Yeah, I'm sprawled out like this on one bed, and my dog's like this on the other bed. I think I took 3 showers that night just because I could. Like, I was just so happy to like be in a building.
Not in a truck.
Yeah. But you know what? Even though it was stressful, like the whole time I just looked at it like, I hope I make it, but it was just like I looked at it as an adventure. So like I think like, I kept a good mind frame all the time.
And that was a long drive, and that was cool.
Yeah.
And you'll never regret it again.
And I think she froze.
Oh,
She froze good this time. Full Walt Disney. Well, if she doesn't make it back, it was a great interview. I love that last story
yeah.
for sure.
freaking awesome interview.
We still have 9 or 10 people hanging out in chat. We thank all you guys for joining us tonight.
Panda Man's in here.
Yep.
Sorry if I didn't see you earlier.
He actually, Panda Man went to bed.
Oh.
But
James of
yeah,
None.
right out.
You filthy animal.
I think her internet signal dropped.
If you can still see us, Kayla, we thank you so very much for
Yeah,
joining us.
thank
It
you,
really means
Kayla.
the world to us. And
Thank you very much. Well, hopefully we can have her back up after this season and see what she has found.
Absolutely.
it looks like on the 2nd, which this is February, so that is next Monday, right? The 2nd? It's 2/23.
I think so.
Yep.
Yeah. Because 3 and 7. Yeah. So just to hang out next week. And
Cool.
I know Travis, if he shows up, he said he's got some dirt. Oh, Kayla made it back.
Nope.
Let's get her back up here to say goodbye. We weren't sure if you could still hear us, but we were definitely thanking you for joining us, and we were getting ready to wrap things up. So
Yeah, I just didn't want you to think I just hung up on you. No, my phone died.
Oh no.
oh, your phone died.
We
Yeah.
seen you go, oh. But
Yeah,
thank
but I
you
gotta
again
get
for
going.
coming
I
back
gotta
up.
make my puppy dinner and stuff.
Well, again, thank you so very much for joining us. We greatly
Yes,
appreciate it.
thank you
Especially
very
that
much.
last story was great.
Yeah, it was
I'm sure
fun. And if you guys want any of those pieces made, just message me on either Instagram or Facebook or whatever.
Okay, I will.
You'll definitely be hearing from me. I definitely want to get some of your stuff for my shop.
Gotcha.
Cool.
Yeah, we can work something out.
Sounds good.
John
All
R.
right.
says, have a great year, Kayla. And
Yeah,
Yeah.
hope you have a good mining season.
I agree, yeah.
I hope
And-
so too.
If 20
And
is
we're
your goal,
gonna-
I'll help you find 30.
And we're gonna go and yell at you again the end of this fall and see what
For
you
next
got.
year.
Gotcha. I might
Definitely.
not tell people how much I get because
Well, you know what I mean. But,
but I can share some stories.
okay, that'll be perfect.
All right. Well, thank you so very much.
Yes.
Yeah, it was fun.
We will. I'll get you popped down here, and you can go feed the puppies.
Yeah.
All right. You guys have a great night.
You
too.
too.
Have a good night, Kayla.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, girl.
Bye.
Good night, everyone.
Yeah. Now we can go back to saying goodbye to everybody.
Yeah.
Next week, live hangout. The week after that, Lucas. The week after that, Carlos. and that's getting pretty close to the end. There's
Yeah,
maybe
I think that's the end.
We are still talking about maybe having Andy Lehigh come back on again when he isn't just parked on the side of the road. And we're still working to maybe get Vogus up.
Yeah, I know
we
he's still in the
might-
full Australian mining thing.
We might just do a middle of summer with Vogus when we're all busy. We'll just bring him up. But until then, anybody else got anything?
I don't. I would just like to thank everybody for coming in and commenting and hit that thumbs up.
Thank you all so much. So we will see you next week. Night
Have
all.
a good night, everybody.
Yep.